Hey, what's going on everybody? Today we have a 2023 Subaru BRZ with a 6-speed manual transmission, and I'm going to be driving it around and letting you guys know what the new 2023 BRZ is like. So let's start from the inside. We have a beautiful 6-speed manual transmission with a actual real handbrake, along with these beautiful sport seats. They're leather and suede on the inside with red stitching. Beautiful seats. We have a leather wrapped steering wheel, red stitching on it because red stitching makes it go fast, and it's fitted with Apple CarPlay. And let's walk around and see what's under the hood. So it's currently winter where we live, so the car is a bit dirty, but that's just what we have to deal with. It's currently sitting on Michelin X Ice tires, 215 45 R17s. These rims are from the previous year BRZ, so these are just the winters. Oh boy, it's a windy one. Under the hood we have a Boxer engine, 4-cylinder, pushing out 228 horsepower, and this is a new car. It's less than a month old, so shout out my friend for letting me take it for a drive and film it for you guys. This is what it looks like from this angle. Beautiful car. You have some nice vents right there. Talk more on the inside because it's very windy outside, but nice little glove compartment, solid seat. You feel very tucked in even as a passenger. The seats are heated. You have your track button and you have your traction control. Track button makes a nice little digital change in the car. I'll show you later. In the back we have 2 seats, but as you can see, I'm 6 foot and it's all the way pushed back. Therefore, those 2 seats cannot be used, but not bad for storing a little bit of things and whatnot. So you have cup holders here. You can fit 2 water bottles, 1 cup holder on each door. A little place for you to hold firmly if you're the passenger and your driver's ripping it, because we have no oh shit bars. So very nice side from the passenger. The vents are closed, so that's good. Let's take you on the outside and show you the trunk real quick. And then put the car out on the road. This has to be my favorite angle of this car. Just the 2 exhausts in the back. It's beautiful. Right here we have a solid sized trunk. You can fit a good amount of stuff in here. I mean, most likely not any golf clubs, but you can fit a decent amount of stuff. It does not come with a spare tire, but it does come with a flat tire rear kit, so that's nice there. This is what the car looks like from the back. Beautiful angles, beautiful body lines. And it is painted in black, but since it's winter time in Canada, it's a bit dirty, so that's okay. Now we're sitting in the driver's side here. Let's turn the car on. The car is warm. I did drive it here, so that's good. But it's a fun car to drive. Wired Apple CarPlay in this car, so no wireless. I believe wireless CarPlay and Subaru EyeSight, is coming in the 2024. This is the Sport-Tech version, so it's got a little bit of more goodies than the regular Sport. Some of them including, it's got steering assist headlights, so as soon as you move the steering wheel, the headlights turn with it. It's pretty cool to see at nighttime, and the lights are pretty bright when you're driving at night. I do have a night POV video up as well, so if you want to see what the nights are, or what this car is like at nighttime, please feel free to check it out. Other than that, you have dual zone climate. You can sync them up right there. You have your front defroster, rear defroster, AC, max AC, and all that stuff. I do like how these are digital gauges. They look very cool, and to the touch, honestly feel very nice. We have a nice screen in the middle here, Apple CarPlay. Very nice screen. I did test out the sound system. It's okay. It's not the greatest, but I'm not sure. I'm a big audio head, so I'm gonna give this one like a 6 out of 10. Like, it gets the job done, but it does need some better speakers. But you know what? That's not what this car is all about. This car is more about drivability and enjoying the drive. So let's take it out on the road and see how it drives. So I'm just gonna fix my mirror here. Mirrors are automatic, which is nice on both sides, so very convenient. And the side mirrors are heated, as you can see right there. And we do have blind assist on this, I believe, blind spot assist. So if we can see that in action, we will. As you can see, the car does pump in some exhaust noise, so you can see that in the higher RPMs. Otherwise, the car is really nice when it comes to driving. That little on-ramp, we were on an upwards incline and the car still pulls. It is using a 94 octane in this car, so we have a little bit of better performance than if you were to use regular or anything mid-grade. But overall, the car's seats feel really nice. I feel very snug in them, and the visibility is honestly really good. I'm looking around, I can clearly see where I'm at, and the way the car handles is also very nice. Now we do have this guy in front of us. Hopefully he can get some distance between him, but the car does have good pickup. Overall, it's got the perfect equation for a sports car. We have a 6-speed manual transmission, 3 pedals, 2 doors, 2 seats, and a lightweight car. In terms of road noise, the car is very quiet on the inside. I don't really hear much on the outside. You can hear the engine when you get up to higher RPMs, but that's what you're gonna expect when the car revs to almost 7,500, it looks like on the tachometer. 7,500 is the red line. But just for everyday cruising and usability, this car is really nice, because when we went to go pick up this car, so this is my friend's car, when we went to go pick it up, we drove 3.5 hours back, and we took turns driving just to get a little bit of the feel of the car. And honestly, both of us were really impressed with how daily drivable it is. In terms of, you know, getting tired and seat fatigue, you don't really feel that in this car. Finally got some twisties, which are really fun in this car, so we're just gonna downshift. We are on winter tires, so we have to be a little careful. The nighttime POV drive I did of this car, it was wet, and first and second gear, you'll see when I was taking that on-ramp when we started the video, it was just spinning in second. Like, we had absolutely no traction. But it does make the car fun when you know how to control it, so wouldn't recommend it if you're a newer driver, but if you have some experience driving cars, it's a little fun to let loose. and now we're getting to this part. So I will put it in a track mode, which turns off our track mode, or turns off our traction control, and it changes the heads-up display in our dash. You get this beautiful tachometer that sort of comes alive after 4,000 RPMs. You have your gear to let you know what gear you're in, and it's really cool. Like, I can see in the track, that's all you really need to know. Your speed doesn't really matter as much, but you want to know where you are in the rev range and where you're taking it from there pretty much. So it's very cool to see that change, and Subaru made that change. This car just hugs corners. It's actually a dream to drive. Like, just that right there is what this car is all about. The handling is amazing. Like, I only have good things to say about the handling. I'm enjoying the ride. We have a little bit of a roundabout. See what these guys are doing. Looks clear for us, so throw it into the corners a bit. Like, yeah, that's nothing to this car. Taking turns like that and hugging corners. The car does stay relatively flat, and actually I'm just going to keep it in second gear just so we can take this corner as well. Or not corner, rather. A roundabout. That's what these are called. Out of traction control or track mode and get it into our normal mode, and we'll take this car on the highway to show you how it sort of drives there, and I'll give you my final thoughts of what I like about the car. So we're in a little bit of traffic here, and we'll see how the car is, if the clutch is livable or not. I mean, it has a pretty short travel motion or travel range, and it's actually really nice to work with. Same with these gears. They're very short ratioed, and they just shift like a dream, man. I'll let this gentleman come in. So this would be downtown driving, as I'm in downtown Ottawa. The inside of this car, like the cabin, I really like it. With this Alcantara on the left, like the seating position, just, there's nothing to hate about it. This is plastic. You have Alcantara over here, and I believe this only comes in the Sport-Tech. You have plastic right here, plastic here, leather on your shifter, and all your touch points are really nice in this car because you're not really going to be touching that. You're just going to be cleaning that with a microfiber cloth. So to me, it doesn't really matter, especially at this price point. So as you saw, we were in the tunnel back there. The car does have automatic headlights. You can set it right here. It's currently on auto, so when it detects that you're in darkness, it will automatically turn on the lights. So that right there is your blind spot detector. You see the light going on in your mirrors. It's very nice. And I believe that comes in the Sport-Tech only. So Subaru really made a nice car when it comes to the BRZ. And I'm really enjoying driving it. So let's see, we are getting on the highway now, and we'll see that the cabin noise is picking up slowly. Let's see how it takes this corner here. Oh, there's a guy right there, so we'll give him some space and not blast past him. Hopefully everything's okay there, gentlemen. Create some room, and car is just a dream. Wow. Wow. So, even though we had a van in front of us, but oh, and now we're coming into traffic, it was still fun taking that on-ramp. I can only imagine how nice the 360 ramps are. The one thing you do have to get used to in all new Subarus is this turn signal. Every time you put it down, it returns back to the same state it was in. So it does get weird about remembering to turn it off sometimes. So, especially when you're merging lanes like this. Feel the power in this car, the 228 horsepower. You have passing power in fourth, which is kind of normal, but here's fifth. And there is our overdrive gear, which is 6. So at about 108 kilometers, we are cruising closer to 3,000. So if we were to drop it to the legal limit, which is 100, you're close to 3,000. That's about 2,800 RPMs. That's your cruising RPMs. And honestly, the cabin noise did fill up with some road noise from outside, but it's not unbearable. You kind of expect that from a sports car. So this isn't like a luxury Rolls Royce or like a luxury S-Class or even that E-Class over there, but it's honestly bearable and it's very nice still. It doesn't bother me at all by any means. You can still talk to your passenger and you don't have to yell at them like you have to do in some other cars, but 6th gear, you still have some passing power, so it's very nice to see that the car is, you know, perfect for daily driving. It's got more than enough power for everything you would need it for, like your daily commute and highway driving and all that, plus having the advantage of having a sportier car. So I do love that about this car. Now it is a lot of wind hitting us up front, and I do notice the car is, you know, going with the flow of the wind, but I believe it's more wind than regular. Like this isn't any like your 20 kilometers an hour breeze. This is like maybe 30, 40, so it does move the car a little bit, but totally fine. Car goes over bumps like a dream, and on this wonderful highway it is repaved. I remember when they paved this. It's very nice and comfortable. roads are a bit colder, but tires are warm by now and they are hooking. Wonderful. Bravo, man. Like, this car is so fun to drive. It's actually like, oh, it puts a smile on your face. Like, taking that turn, accelerating, just getting in and going back to cruising, like, it just does it all, this car. So overall, I'd say if you're in the market for one of these, I would 100% tell you to go for it, and you will not regret your decision for getting this car, man. Like, the emotions this car makes you feel are amazing, are actually amazing. Alrighty, everybody, so I just made it back after driving this car, and I just wanted to show you a couple things. The first being the reverse camera, and the second being the moving headlights. So I'm just gonna park the car. I think that guy right there is kind of confused, and I'm probably so you have a nice little reverse camera here with moving lines. Perfect. Put the car into neutral here, and the other thing I wanted to show you guys before we wrap up this video is the steering assisted LED lights in this car. So if you look straight ahead, there are my lights. So if I move the steering wheel to the right, you'll notice the lights over there go to the right, and if I go to the left, you see that they move to the left. So this is really helpful in nighttime. I know it's a very minuscule change, so hopefully the camera's catching it, but very helpful at nighttime. Here's what the high beam looks like. Again, you can look at the night drive POV video I put out for you to clearly see everything about the car and how these lights look in the nighttime. So thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you guys liked it, and there's going to be more POV drives and more POV reviews coming in the future. Stay tuned, and hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm out of here. Cheers.